At a glance, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl may seem to be a soulless cash grab, created with the sole intent of promoting the company's IP while capitalizing on the popularity of Super Smash Bros. And to some extent, it does feel like that. It's lacking in many areas, especially considering its relatively steep price tag. However, All-Star Brawl is carried entirely by its minor improvements to the formula, which call for a wildly fun platform fighter. Fundamentally, it's intentionally almost identical to Super Smash Bros., but also shockingly unique. While each moveset is comprised of light, strong, and special attacks alongside grab and shield input like Smash Bros., these counterparts are given very different context, one that makes the game faster and more intense. Light, special, and even strong moves are vital to creating combos, as they all come out surprisingly fast and can be used to their fullest extent when executed in the air. Ironically though, grabbing your opponent and throwing them in any direction isn't very effective, but angles still play a major role. Even if there are only 3 variants of each attack, not including strong and light dashes, they allow for lots of versatility and different playstyles. The most obvious reason for why All-Star Brawl feels more competitive is Wavedashing, a mechanic present in both Super Smash Bros. Melee and Ultimate, but only useful in the former. Even in that case, it was a difficult move to pull off, but here, it's as simple as pressing 2 buttons at the same time. It makes the game faster and more aggressive. This movement is just as consequential to the outcome of a match as the punches you throw. Although these mechanics are consistent for every character, there is some emphasis on the actual roster. There are 20 fighters here, which is a relatively low number, but not immediately problematic. That said, in some areas there isn't enough diversity, at least not beyond the surface level. Many of the light and strong attacks are visually referential, covering up for what is otherwise a lack of distinction. Patrick's strong neutral attack, for example, is him slamming the phone, but all it does is send the opponent in a parabolic angle. I suppose that's understandable though, as light and strong attacks are given more variety based on position and timing, whereas special attacks are various on their own. It's obvious that many of them are based on moves from Smash Bros, such as Ren and Stimpy throwing out logs like how Duck Hunt throws explosive cans, Invader Zim sending out Gurr like how Bowser Jr. sends out a Mecha Koopa, and Aang using his air glider to recover like how Steve uses an Elytra. There's also some unique ideas here, like Cat Dog being able to switch their positions, from Cat being on the left to Dog being on the left. It may not seem like much, but it makes a big difference considering their strong attacks. There's creativity on display, but still restraint when it comes to different statuses and character gimmicks, which is especially helpful for such a competitive game, as it means there is less likelihood of having definitively awful or broken fighters. Given its competitive nature, the stage design is surprising. It was a great idea having one stage for each character, but it's not executed properly. Korra's stage is the only flat one here, and there are also a few others that take the format of the battlefield in Smash Bros. Some others would be considered legal in a tournament for their practically non-existent gimmicks. However, some feel like they were intended to be played on casually, but could also easily be scaled down for more exciting competitive play. These problems could be rectified with the inclusion of a battlefield and Final Destination, or flat variants of each stage, a feature I'm surprised isn't present. All-Star Brawl's most prominent issue is a lack of content, and I doubt it's going to be fixed through the 2 upcoming DLC characters. There aren't any unique modes, not counting the sports and arcade modes, which would be a waste of breath to talk about. There isn't any voice acting, no shop, and all the characters and stages are unlocked from the very beginning. It's not necessarily problematic on its own, and not even because we're comparing it to Smash Bros. Ultimate, which has an absurd amount of content. It really comes down to the price tag. $50 is absolutely ridiculous. Still, I carry much less remorse recommending this than Smash Ultimate. At least this game's creators aren't shutting down fan projects or providing controllers as tournament prizes. They genuinely cared, and all that passion has led to this game being incredibly fun.